What's going on, everybody? So let's get right into what's going to be happening in season 2. So, a whole lot of y'all are probably curious how even seasons work. The short term answer is at the end of the season that we're currently in, or at the end of your server's current lifespan, for instance, Dolgador's been captured, and a certain period of time where NetEase slash Lord of the Rings Rise to War decides that a new server should start, or should restart, you'll group together with other servers, probably like four to start. So think about almost probably in clumps of four that you'll be grouped together with, and you guys will go at it again another season. Levels 1 to 50 you'll go through again, all that good stuff, and you'll be back at the grind again, which is to me like the funnest part of the season, for instance. Sorry. But so let's dive into the questions, or some of the common questions that they've posted, because they just kind of announced maybe like 11 days ago. I'm a bit late to the party, but let's dive into a little bit about what you'll be experiencing in season 2, kind of some of the questions that they're answering. So one, what happens when a new season begins? Players from multiple servers will be merged into one server, and that means that you'll be playing with or against many new players you'll encounter during season 1, and you won't be tied to the decisions you made last season. You'll pick a new faction. You can switch fellowships, war bands, meet new friends, whatever, and things like that. You can try to get your old gang back together. This is kind of self-explanatory stuff a little bit, but this is kind of important because I don't want people to have anxiety, for instance, about losing their commanders. The stuff that is permanent is your gems, commanders, equipment, gifts, and cross-seasonal items. So the ones that don't have a timer icon on them, those are extremely important to get in season 1 and to keep for season 2, or seasons past. Use them when you need them. And whenever you're playing, like if you're going to be off, don't use your speed up for no reason, for instance. So that's just a little tip, on that. But you'll keep all those, and you'll be rolling into season 2 with them. So what's the theme of season 2? So the rings that you hold, that you tacticianers hold, is mysterious as power, yada yada yada. Commanders and units included, you'll be able to influence. In season 2, you'll be able to freely choose from good and evil factions, regardless of season 1 choice. In addition to which side you choose, you'll be able to fill your ranks with units and commanders from the opposing side. So this is pretty huge, pretty good stuff. Your rings will allow you to control a limited number of commanders and build embassies to house representatives of factions of the opposing alignment. So let's finish this, and I'll dive into this whole thing. So these embassies can be upgraded to unlock units of the corresponding factions, but to actually conscript the units, you will need to build the quarters outside your settlement, like a fort. Even if these quarters outside are destroyed, your upgrade progress will be saved to the embassy. Of course, units and commanders won't easily cooperate. This right here just essentially means that evil units don't work well with good units, vice versa. And the ring right here, you'll be able to get a portion of your ring's power back, and that'll be diverted to kind of use to diminish the damage reduction that you'll likely get from using Gimli with armored trolls, something random like that. You'll kind of get a reduced damage nerf for that. So let's dive into a little bit about, I guess, my opinions on this as a whole. So it's really neat that they're doing this. I think this is such a cool move. I kind of had a feeling they were going to do this anyway, ever since I started, because I was like, there's going to be people that are going to want to pick from every faction. People are going to want to experience every faction. So this is good stuff. I kind of figured they were going to find a way to hire enemy commanders or something along those lines, But embassies, those are pretty cool. Those are neat. I like that. And then I like that, they went ahead and thought ahead. Well, if they're built like forts and they're destroyed, your upgrade progress will be saved. So that's good. And gosh, of course, units and commanders won't readily. So morale system, for instance, This is gonna be cool. Like the units that I'm most interested in using are like Mordor's armored trolls, but I don't know if we'll be able to use that or not. We'll see. We probably won't be able to use the tier 4 units. I mean, I would reckon to believe you just don't count on using the tier 4 units from anyone else but your faction. I wouldn't count on it. So, but what I would count on is all tier 3 units. Because those are all the late game ones, and those are the ones that really matter. My opinion on this is do not switch spots and go to dark side if you are already light side. You've already built up so much experience and or not experience but really gear and respect for so many commanders already. So don't just hop over to the other side. For instance, if you're gonna do it in season 3 because you're gonna have a horrible start. The tiles are gonna get upgraded. They're gonna be harder. They're gonna have harder units because your commanders essentially got upgraded as well. You have gold equipment, purple equipment that are starred up, and you have gold commanders, purple commanders, really high respected blue commanders. So the tiles are gonna get stronger. Count on that. And you're going to be going up against a whole lot of other people that are also going to be really good at the game. So count on there being more good players that you're going to go up against, for instance, you want to have a good start. That's essentially what I'm trying to say, is just have a really good start, because then you can dive into your other armies and all your other stuff. Now, if I choose a good/evil faction, but want commanders from the opposite alignment, what should I do? Season 2, you'll be able to choose which alignment from your tavern tips will cater to via the setting in the tavern. You can freely choose, regardless of faction. You will receive tips that provide respect boost and equipment drops for commanders of that alignment. This can be changed once per day. That's really nice. So it's not a binding decision. This is really cool. I would like to see just a little bit added on, just a little bit, that you get along with your normal chest every day, like how we have. You get 2 chests now. You get one for good, one for bad, and you get 1 free chest of each, and you get to spend 200 gems. And at 400 gems, you're able to open up chests for both. That'd be a really neat daily thing that you're able to build up respect just easier, because you just already have a low chance of getting a letter, and if you're not getting occasional letters, for instance, then it's going to be tough to want to go out of your way and go to dark side, or want to build up some sort of dark side influence as a good side player. So I would just recommend staying good side if you're already good, and build towards a bad side unit via tips currently, and use them in season 2 via that way. Do not just swap. In my opinion, you will lose so much progress, and you're going to get probably a whole lot more frustrated and be like, oh my gosh, my level 9 Eowyn I can't use because I chose Mordor and I have to build an embassy. So just save yourself some stress and some frustration preemptively, and just stick with good side, stay with bad side. Well, the commanders I have received any kind of content updates. This is really cool. This is I already knew this was coming because I accidentally clicked the sword at the bottom of the page on my respect commander. But in season 2, you'll be able to pursue quests that will give them that item if they are respect level 10. So I would reckon to believe most of everyone would probably have a blue commander respect level 10. That'd be fair to say. If you haven't been kind of dismantling your respect items for a purple or gold, which you shouldn't be, in my opinion, I would at least get a good starting blue commander no matter what. Respect level 10, Haldir, Eowyn, I don't know who it is on the bad side because I haven't played them yet, but stick with the commanders like that. Season 2 will feature new commanders, neutral camps, and corresponding units, adjustments to the map, and a new ring ability. New commanders, I think a lot of the Hobbit ones have been left out. Ooh, I don't know what did there. But in neutral camps, this is great. I would really like to see some more units, because they're fairly balanced now. I thought armored trolls were like the thing, but they're specific to Mordor. So I'm not too upset about this anymore. Oathbreakers are super strong. I don't think the bad side has borrow units, for instance. We have Ents. They have the Mammacolins, the big elephants. Adjustments to the map. This is needed. I do think some of the factions need some more help. Isengard specifically, I think that they struggle. I don't think I've seen a server on the Discord, because they have the horn call, things like that I've gone through the Discord and I've looked. Not too many. I don't think there's a single Isengard winning. Rohan's doing pretty good, mainly because they probably ally preemptively with Gondor and kind of ally that way. I would like to see just a little bit more map changes. Like, where they're positioned at, I think is fine, but I think that, you know, adding some natural barricades like mountain ranges, things like that, that kind of like how you've seen in my previous videos about some of the, like, the war updates where, like, you tunnel towards war specific areas. That would be really nice. Trying to think. New commanders, a lot of the ones from The Hobbit, you know, gosh, I just finished watching the daggum series. You know, the Defiler, the King, all that good stuff. We would like to see a whole lot of them. Those are going to be really nice units. But corresponding units along with their neutral camps. Ring ability, I wonder if this is referring to up here, you know, where the new season begins type of thing. But I'm not too sure. I hope that they update some of the units by themselves. I think that I would just like to see some, like, tier 4 units be moved around, or not moved around, but kind of just buff / nerf to some of them. I do think there's some of them are a little bit more situational. For instance, the Swan Knights are incredibly situational, and meanwhile you've got, like, the Marshals, which are just really good by themselves. They're not really situational. Things like that. I'd like to see just a little bit of content update on that, and just see maybe some changes come along that way. But overall, this is really good stuff. I mean, this is just one season, you know, 3 months, and they're bringing out all this stuff. Really happy, honestly. I mean, not a whole lot of games get these kind of content updates this fast. 3 months, and we're getting new items, new commanders, neutral camps, of course, new adjustments to the map, even. Things like that. That's awesome. I can't wait for season 2. Definitely gonna be starting Faramir. #Faramir, King of Gondor. But overall, though, hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.